You know, I don't want anybody to think that I'm anti-mirrorless because I'm actually picking up a Fuji for my birthday here in a couple weeks. I've played with them. Played with three of them extensively, and every place that Sony got it wrong, Fuji got it right. You know, a camera is nothing other than an innocent little piece of plastic and metal. Okay, so obviously hating cameras is not a good idea. If someone enjoys it, well, who am I to give a damn, right? You know. Enjoy it! Great, wonderful. But I like to make things really salient and very condensed, because if you can't explain it simply, you don't really understand it. And I finally figured out the one true secret principle that defines people that don't know any better, that if you love mirrorless, that's fine. Like I said, I'm picking up a Fuji mirrorless, okay? So I don't hate mirrorless, although a lot of you people think I do. I do hate the BS and nonsense and corporate puppets, but that doesn't mean I hate cameras. But I found out, you know, it's kind of popped into my head while taking a shower, and or either that or while I was scratching my butt or something. I realized that what defines that someone that loves mirrorless doesn't know any better, and someone that knows what a potential can be had out of you know, a real nice Pro DSLR, is that it's a difference between taking pictures and making pictures. And what do I mean by that? Well, and it's perfectly valid, both points are valid, but every camera that is capable of making pictures, or very easily I should say making pictures, is also obviously so capable of taking pictures. Mirrorless, its parameter is taking pictures. And what do I mean about taking pictures versus making pictures? It means that people are out there shooting what they see, you know, or they'll spot meter at most, and you know, they'll produce some wonderful pictures, okay? But they're taking pictures. And at most, like I said, they'll spot meter, and that's about it. You really never see anybody with a mirrorless, you know, and a big speed light. You know, you know you don't. You know you don't. And what am I talking about when I talk about making pictures? Okay, what defines what these cameras are just the cat's ass for, and mirrorless, they all suck ass at. What does mirrorless suck ass at? Mirrorless sucks ass at making pictures. And what do I mean by making pictures? I mean time exposures, astrophotography, studio work, speedlight use, all the really awesome special effects, sort of oddball, quirky, set it up for 10 minutes and sit there with a remote release and you know, do all sorts of funkadelic image creation, studio work, time exposure, astrophotography, rear curtain sync, front curtain sync, speed light use, all of those things. You know, I don't care if you agree with me or not, I'm right on this. And you can do a certain amount of those things with mirrorless, but you got to fight it. You got to slap it around really hard, and you got to spend a lot of money, and it's a real pain in the crotch. But mirrorless is not geared towards making pictures. Okay, they're geared towards taking pictures. So if I could actually, you know, I don't know why I hadn't thought about this before, but you have the one salient point that I have a contention with, especially for the price, and perfectly valid. Like I said, I'm buying a mirrorless, but what defines a mirrorless versus a true DSLR is that a mirrorless is empirically so geared towards taking pictures. Now, of course, anybody can take crappy pictures with either one, mirrorless or DSLR. But a mirrorless specifically is a, you know, is a one-trick pony, and it's a good pony. Okay, it's got crappy autofocus, it's got crappy lag, it's no damn good for taking sports shots or action shots, but it is good for what it does. Okay, and I'm buying a mirrorless. Okay, it's no big deal. I don't hate mirrorless. I do hate corporate BS, however, and shills and frauds and you know, people that are puppets. But that is what defines it. Now I know I'm repeating myself, but I mean, try to drill that in. I mean, if, next time someone says, well, what can I do with my mirrorless that I can't do with a DSLR, or vice versa? And really, that is the ultimate salient, irreducible point, is that these are designed, these are of course perfect for taking all the shots that you want, same thing as a mirrorless, but these are designed for very fluid and easy image creation, and mirrorless are not. And you can protest that all you want, but it's a fact. Okay, now I can say that a Ford Escort can go around the racetrack, and I can spend a lot of money and throw an expensive engine in a Ford Escort. I could take a crappy $30,000 car, and I could Ford Escort costs a lot less than $30,000. I can soup it up and do all sorts of gimmicky crap, but what I'm doing is I'm stretching the limits of what it's designed for. And it'll go around the racetrack, but it's never going to win a race. And as much as anybody protests, it's the way it frigging is, and that isn't going to change. It may change in the distant future, but for right now, it sure the hell is not the case. So that is what separates the two. And that's fine. If you want to take pictures, that's fine. But don't tell me, okay? I don't care how much you protest. And like I said, I'm buying a mirrorless, but do not tell me, or do not lie to other people and have them piss their money away and tell them that a mirrorless camera is good for making pictures. Okay? A mirrorless is designed for taking pictures. And that really is the irreducible salient point between mirrorless and DSLR. And that is irrefutable. Now, is there a huge gray area there? Well, it's not huge, but there is a gray area. But, that is a generalization is a truism for a reason, and that's not a fallacy. If it is generally true that that is the case, then that is specifically not a logical fallacy. It is a truism denotatively. So that is the case. That's like saying, well, you would never stick a midget in a foot race. And that's not to say there aren't some fast midgets. I'm pretty fat. I bet there's some midgets, I guarantee you, that will outrun my ass. Because I'm fat, even though I'm, 5'11". So, but generally speaking, their little short legs are only capable of so much. And I love little people, by the way, too. I'm not making fun of little people. I know you're not supposed to call them midgets, okay? So it was just an analogy. Don't get yourself all in a hissy fit over that. I should have said little people. I love little people, by the way. And there's a little person that I'm a friend with here locally, and he uses the term midget all the time. I love him to death. He's an awesome person. He's actually one of the coolest cats that I know. So anyway, that was an analogy. Don't take it too personally, all right? So anyway, that was a simple salient point that I drug out far too long. Obviously one of my failings. Thanks for watching.